Hello and welcome to the channel. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, has won in court. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. 2023 election. Bola Tinubu win in court. A federal high court in Abuja has struck out a case filed by the Action People's Party (APP) seeking to nullify the candidature of Bola Tinubu as 2023 presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC). Bayo Onanuga, Director of Media and Publicity, APC Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), said this in a statement on Wednesday in Abuja. He said that the suit FHC CS 124-2022 was filed by the APP and others against the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) as the first defendant. It had Bola Tinubu as second defendant and the APC as third defendant. The plaintiffs had prayed the court to ask INEC, the first defendant, to invalidate the nomination of Tinubu, the second defendant, who is the presidential candidate of the third defendant. The plaintiffs conversed that the second defendant had allegedly submitted to the first defendant false information in his form EC9 when he failed to include his primary and secondary education as contained in his form CF001 of 1999 submitted for gubernatorial election pursuant to Section 29 of the Electoral Act 2022 and 131 of the 1999 Constitution. Onanuga said. When he failed to include his primary and secondary education as contained in his form CF001 of the 1999, he added that the counsel to the third defendant, Babatunde Ogala, however, filed a notice of preliminary objection on the grounds that the suit was statute barred, disclosed no cause of action, and that the plaintiff had no locus. Onanuga said Ogala argued that it was frivolous and a waste of the time of the judiciary. When the matter came up for determination before Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on Monday, November 21, the plaintiff did not make any appearance in court. Justice Nwite subsequently struck out the case for lack of diligent prosecution, the APC-PCC Director of Media and Publicity said. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, the Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi has said the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, does not need the logistic support of the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike when he visits Rivers State for campaign. Umahi said this during the inauguration of the Akpagbu Itu Umudioga Egbeda Road in Ishamba land of Emohua local government area in Rivers State on Tuesday. Umahi said, "My party APC doesn't need logistics. We have seen how you promised all the candidates logistic support. We don't need logistic support. We need votes just for the presidential one only. All I am asking is that presidential one. I will not ask what is impossible. Keep the presidential votes for Asiwaju. He will be coming here to solicit votes." Addressing Wike, Umahi described him as a nationalist, saying, "A man that is building bridges for the unity of this country. History will be kind to you." He said the Rivers State Governor had been fighting for everybody who betrayed him, adding that Wike had been inviting stakeholders across party lines to come to the state, saying, "You are a man with a lion heart. You have never picked a fight for yourself. It is always for the people. I remember when in 2019 you were fighting for somebody, someone that drove the first dagger against you, and you picked quarrel even with me. I told you the Southeast would support your candidates, but you did not believe. When you narrowly lost the election for the guy, you were angry with everyone. You insisted the convention should hold in Rivers. You have no reservation in supporting other people. I am an engineer and I know the worth of projects, and what you have done here, I will not be part of any campaign here other than the presidential campaign. I will not come. Your infrastructure is second to none. I thank you for what you are doing in Rivers." Speaking, Wike accused those who demanded the former President Goodluck Jonathan to relinquish his presidential ticket when he won to run for a second term in 2015 of being the cause of the protracted crisis rocking the PDP. Wike said ex-President Jonathan went to those chieftains of the PDP and pleaded with them to return and work to ensure that the party won the 2015 election, but they refused, and they insisted that he should relinquish the ticket to them. According to him, Jonathan specifically met with the current PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in Dorchester Hotel in London and appealed to him to return to the party. He said in Dorchester Hotel, London, Jonathan, went to plead with this our presidential candidate today, Atiku Abubakar, to say, please, my brother, come back to the party and support me. You know the condition they gave to Jonathan. He should relinquish his ticket not to run as president of Nigeria. That was a sitting president and presidential candidate of a ruling party. Governor Wike wondered why people were now calling for his head, because he and other governors that made up the integrity group were demanding that the PDP national chairman, Dr. Yoshia, should relinquish his position. We are not saying the presidential candidate should relinquish the ticket. We are not being selfish. We are saying since you are now the presidential candidate, let our people take chairmanship. They said they will kill me, he said. Wike explained that his previous face-off with Governor Umahi was not personal, but to protect the PDP, which mandate Umahi took away to another party. He said he pulled out of that legal battle against Umahi because despite the fact that he hired the PDP lawyers, the national leadership of the party in Abuja did not consult with him when they decided those to likely replace the Ebonyi state governor. Let me publicly say most people thought that you and I are quarreling. We are not in speaking terms. My dear people, I want to say this. David Umahi has no problem with me personally. If there is one governor that David Nwaize Umahi is very close to, it is me. I was defending our party when he took our mandate and ran away. And I said, my brother, bring back our mandate, Wike said. He explained that he could not have continued to fight for a party that did not appreciate what he was doing for it. But you see, in fighting for the party, there was nothing personal. Even though the party you are fighting for turned around not to appreciate what you are doing. When you see Wike is fighting, there is nothing personal about it, but it is for the interest of the party. And I have said all those fight is no longer necessary. I won't continue to fight, and people will not appreciate, he said. That's the news, guys. Thanks for joining in. Until next time, bye.